Is there a way that we could test how much the outdoors affects mental health?
I don't know.
You're okay if I record?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for stopping.
Of course. He saw you on the way, and he was like, I want to.
Cool, maybe we can get
He
a
would be really
2
good
for
at it. Here's a really good place to do it. I feel like there's a lot of coming and going.
What's nice too is that even if nobody shows up for an interview, it's nice to just kind of be out here.
Yeah.
How much time do you guys have?
All of it?
All of it? All right. So what's your first name?
Julia?
Julia?
Yes.
Julia?
Yeah.
Cool. My name's David.
It's nice to meet you.
You as well. So just kind of explain what I'm doing out here. I'm interviewing folks from my community about something that's meaningful to them, something that they think is true.
Yeah.
And so what I'm doing is I'm asking questions from a neutral perspective so that we can explore how you arrived at the conclusion and what supports your confidence that it's true.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So it sounded like you weren't really sure about what to talk about.
I would say that being outside is something that's meaningful to me because it's meaningful to your mental health, 100%.
Okay.
And that can go and help a lot of different aspects in your life.
Okay. Being in the outdoors improves mental health?
Yeah.
All right. Why is mental health important to you?
If your mental health is not in a good spot, you cannot maintain a strong relationship as well as you could. If your mental health would be in a good spot, I know that me personally, if my mental health is in a really bad state, I have a really hard time talking and communicating anything. And being outside really, really helps me just kind of forget everything that's going on and decompress and find beauty in things that I couldn't in that bad state.
Okay. Gotcha. So being mentally healthy helps with communication in your relationships?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is having strong relationships important to you?
Having strong relationships is important to me because growing up I didn't have a lot of strong relationships with people that I felt like I should have, and I got to find a way to build my own, and that taught me a lot about how to maintain a relationship. And that was one thing that I learned about myself is I can't communicate if my mental health isn't in a good spot, and being outside helps my mental health immensely, and I'm really happy that I found something that does.
Got it. How does the physical act of being outdoors affect somebody's mental health? Like, how does it work? Do you know?
When I go outside, I definitely the first thing I look for is something that I find pretty, and that could be flowers, the rain, the clouds, or just the weather, the warmth of being outside or it being cold after it being hot for so long. it's something that it's the first thing I think about when I step outside, rather than, oh, I'm really sad today. It's just something that distracts me, and it always has.
So it's like a visual aesthetic thing, like a beauty thing?
Sort of. I don't know about you, but I get a really, really. It's just a feeling that you get when you step outside. The refreshment and brushing and blowing everything away. It feels like. Does that make sense?
So it's like a feeling.
Because I see the beauty in things.
Okay. So seeing the beauty in the outdoors gives you a refreshing feeling.
Yes.
And how does that affect your mental health?
How does it affect my mental health? The refreshing feeling.
Yeah.
It gives me something to look forward to in the day. And it gives me something that I want to do. And bad mental health days usually mean not having the motivation or energy to want to do anything. And going outside is something that I will always be happy to do, and it'll never be something that I'd say no to. And it's always made me feel better.
Got it. Are there other ways to maintain mental health other than the outdoors?
100%. Yeah, big time. Talking to people, having friends, having community, having something that is just special to you that you love doing. But the outside is just something that I really like, and that helps my mental health personally.
Okay. If we had a pie chart, what percentage of that pie is your mental health based on outdoors or being in the outdoors?
I think when I'm outside, when I'm outside more on a regular basis, my mental health is a lot better, just continuously. So I'd say probably about 70%.
Okay.
Being outside really, really affects my mental health.
Okay. 70% of your mental health maintenance is based on you being outdoors? Okay.
I
Got
think
it.
it's just the getting out and doing something.
Having something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Seeing beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 70%. How confident are you that 70% of your mental health is based on you being outdoors?
I wouldn't say 100% confidence. I would say probably about 80% confidence that
Okay.
that is accurate.
You're 80% confident that 70% of your mental health wellness is based on the outdoors.
I think around that, yeah.
Okay. Why are you not at 80? Or why are you not at 100? Sorry.
Because there are a lot more things that go into your mental health and affect your mental health, and you can't ever give 100%. You can't give one certain thing 100% on affecting your mental health, because it will never be the case.
Okay. So you're leaving room for other methods of maintaining mental health other than the outdoors?
Yeah.
And that's what's keeping you from being 100%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's a factor that will constantly change.
Got it. What would lower your confidence in your idea that 70% of your mental health maintenance is based in the outdoors?
I think the only conflict that I would have with maintaining my mental health between the outdoors and something else would be not maintaining a relationship, but relationships that I have with other people. Because holding a relationship and having a relationship and having somebody to go to as security or comfort, that is something that I also really look for in mental health, because you can't always get through something alone. And
Okay.
It's a big effect.
So if you found out that you had to rely on relationships more than being outdoors,
I wouldn't say rely. I would say it affects, your mental health, but I wouldn't say I would have to rely on relationships to keep my mental health going.
Do you rely on being in the outdoors to having maintaining your mental health?
I think I probably misunderstood what you were saying. Yeah, you said yeah. Okay, let me rephrase and let me find something else that I think.
Rely is a word that I used. We don't have to use that word. If you have a better way
I
of
think what I would say, what I'm trying to explain, I have a really hard time explaining it, is just having somebody to be there and not feeling alone. Knowing that you're not alone in whatever you're going through.
like having a support network.
Having a support system.
Having a support. Okay, so what's more important for your mental health? Being in the outdoors or having a support system?
Outside.
Okay.
100%. Very independent.
Okay. So if you found yourself on a deserted island and you were outdoors the whole time and you had no support system, would that be enough to maintain mental health for you?
I think my mental health alone it would be enough to be okay outside. I've been outside my whole life, and I think that I would be pretty happy.
You could deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be okay.
Okay. Is there a way that we could test how much the outdoors affects mental health?
I don't know. All I know is that the people that I'm around and have been around my whole life have always found peace outside, and there's never something to not look at. There's always something there to look at, and there's always something to go, oh wow, that's pretty, or oh wow, I really like that. And it's just something to smile about all the time.
What supports your confidence the most? That being outdoors is what helps to maintain your mental health?
I'm never not smiling. When I go outside, there's always at least some point in time where I smile. Going outside because I find something pretty, almost always.
So that's kind of like a test, right? Like if you went outside and you weren't smiling, then that would mean that it's not impacting your mental health?
Right.
Okay.
I just very, very often find myself smiling about pretty things outside. Flowers, bridges, anything.
Cool. You have any questions for me?
No? I think I'm...
Cool. Yeah.
Your turn.
Awesome.
It's really coming down.
Oh yeah, those are some pretty cool shades.